Okay, this is going to be a second one, but this is going to be directly for Mr. Henning and his wife, Sergeant Ashley Henning, that he murdered June 26, 2023. So I just want to do a storyline to see what was the problem that night, Lord, because something was brewing that night, or just wiggled up to that. It can't just be because he wasn't getting any romance. If that causes you to kill your wife, that's a terrible excuse for a husband. Most people just go and cheat on a person. They don't sit and do things like that. They're going cheat on a person. They won't hurt the person they're in the house with. So this man had some other stuff going on with him. So he's jealous of his wife, no doubt about that. Or she was getting ready to make some more money, get higher rank than him, or whatever was going on. So let's just say, okay, I'm going to try to be, because his story is flimsy. He put her in torment, chasing her off through the house. I really think he was choking her. I feel she was going to get a divorce. She pinpointed the action that helped her up. I feel she was going to get a divorce. I really did. Okay, she is tired, or he was tired of the job that she had, or he is tired of the job he had. Preview. Somebody's on the battlefield. They're doing the preview. They're on the battlefield, doing some kind of work at night, making money. Yeah. So one of them was tired of the job that they had. So maybe it's going to be some justice for sure against the European, and that's what he is. Because he had unstoppable energy. He wanted her to keep her cool there, because he was taking her as a joke, or he felt she was taking him as one. Because obviously something come from way back with him and her, because something was counseled more than one time, and time counted to him or to her, whatever it is. So they was married people. She thought she was going to have his hand forevermore, but that didn't happen. They have a son. I don't know if one of them an air sign, act like an Aquarius or whatever, or he might be an Aquarius, and he could be the son of his mother. So it's time for him to be the conqueror. He felt like wearing certain kind of clothes did exaggerate things, but it don't excuse his behavior. So really, only thing I can see is he an army person, right? So he felt, because he an army person, that he was big and tough and big and bad. So he's going to be the conqueror, right, against his wife. So he's going to beat her at her own game, and he rose to that occasion to beat her at her own game, and she was aching and it varied from him doing whatever he was doing to her. So she was acting spicy, or he was, and she was amazed, or he was amazed, taking however it is. Okay, let's just flow. He needed to let God in. So she was an earth angel person. God wanted her to speak to the millions in whatever way. But duty called, and he is an army person. They always talk about duty, right? Duty calls. So he acts like he is in the army. Duty calls with him and his person, for him to get her straightened out, or whatever his mind was thinking, right? Because she walked away, right? He was watching some kind of way. So he is jacking her up some kind of way. For money, if not for money, just jacking her up and fighting. But she needed to start to love herself, because he thought he was better than she was. So we have right here that she had to be the God in her and take the reins and run with it and just be the God in her. So we have, he was trying to fix this thing, or she was trying to fix it, one or the other. Let's just see, we gotta end it. I don't want it to be long and drawn out. Let's see if I can make it short. Universe, you know all about it. Why didn't this man just get a divorce instead of murdering his children's mother and taking her whole life away and taking his children's mother away from them? Why didn't he just walk away and be a man? You're a man, you're a soldier, right? That means you're supposed to be strong. You wasn't strong. You was too dilute. That means you was weak. But you was forceful to your wife, but you still was weak. She is trying to distinguish something that was horrifying, what she was doing to her, right? Because she is gathering up things to, See how she can get something started, maybe with a new job, maybe, because she was getting ready to move up in rank or something like that, or something was going on as far as work for one of you. Okay, so you was tired of your job or whatever, or some kind of way you or her was entwined in gossip, some kind of gossip around where you live at, maybe. Gossip was happening as far as you two. I lost the card. Okay, let's see. Eventually it'll come back in my hand, I guess, or maybe it won't. You heard me say it. Okay. He had a weakness for lovemaking. Okay, one more. Okay, stop. Okay. Not to make it real long, Lord. I'm trying hard. I just want to know what his problem was that night to murder his wife like that. Besides, he was jealous and he was weak. He didn't want to give his wife no loving treatment. It was her birthday and he ruined her birthday. He just was not going to let her shine. Because to say he wasn't going to let her shine, he wasn't going to be no hermit while she shined. He wasn't going to be a hermit while she shined. She was a leader, evidently, some kind of way. When you complain about your ex, you feed the person power. So he did a lot of complaining, probably. Or maybe he complained about some ex of hers, or she complained, however the story. Or maybe him just complaining about his wife in general, maybe. Or maybe she's complaining about him, I don't know. I'm just trying to see, Lord, why did this man do this? I mean, really, come on. A fuss is a fuss. Go lay down and sleep it off. You know, you don't kill your wife. I mean, come on, your children right there while you just beating up their mother. What kind of man is that? I always call y'all cowards and chumps anyway. Men who beat on ladies, kill ladies, beat on ladies. You ain't nothing but a chump, a coward, all up and down. And that's a fact. That's what you are. And then, if that's really true that you spit on your wife, you looked at her as good as scum, because that's what you thought about her all the time. You just had it hidden. You was fake. Because last time I checked, you spit on the ground. Spit in the toilet or whatever, or on the ground. You don't spit on a person. You know, that's a bad thing to do. That means something. When somebody spit on somebody, they will put their fists up to you, spitting on them, so that means something to people. So if you actually did that, shot your wife to death and spit on her, you looked at her as she was good as sewage. Good as trash. There's supposed to be somebody that you want somebody to make love to you. I don't blame her. I wouldn't either. You wasn't worthy. So now you dealing with the big boys, and that is the cops, the justice system. You are antelope. Now you are the victim now. Now you're going to be the one that had to be submissive now. Because it was premeditated, and people need to be a realist in this thing, that this was premeditated. Because you took every step on camera that what all they let us see, we saw. It was premeditated. You went and you fussed and you did whatever you did. You went all behind her, you went and got a gun and you killed her. And a realist, the jury needed to be a realist and put you in for life, but they didn't. So let's just go. Here it is. You moved fast on it. And that's what you did. You went and killed your wife. And here's the next part. You put her in a funeral parlor, and that's so true. Where you live, I think it's Kentucky or wherever it is, right? You wanted her to be molded to your set of rules you had home. You not her God, though. You wanted to be her God, where she listened to what you said. So some kind of way it was a speedy tongue lashing, fuss between you and her. And you moved fast on it like a gas guzzler. You came at her 2 times. Okay? She wanted peace or checkmate, but you wasn't going to let that be. You just needed to say it. You had some hidden feelings inside. So you was drug addicted. So if you wasn't drug addicted, you was drinking. Something was wrong with you. Right? So some kind of way, if you never was attacked before in your life, no kind of way, she was attacked. If it wasn't that ever before, some kind of way, something happened in a car. You might have got hijacked. Somebody might have stole your car. You might have got robbed in a car. Something happened as far as a car. Okay, let's flow. I don't hear pity for men who abuse women. Okay. Okay, it says right here, you want someone to just follow. And you lead. So you wanted her to just follow whatever commands or demands or whatever you had for her, and you just wanted her to just lead. Just do what I say. So this would be, you did something by a certain date, so that happened to 26. So you did something, and that is, you murdered her. You took your best shot with this card right here, rifle range. You took your best shot to plant your fortune. So, I don't know, you don't have, I don't know. I don't see nothing like that, but I don't know why I'm seeing a fortune. What a fortune would be just to get rid of her, unless you got some kind of insurance policy or something like that. But I don't see nothing coming out like that. But a couple cards made me think a certain way, but I gotta just flow a little bit. She is gonna bloom into the flower God said she was, because she was living an abstract way of life, of living, and she got to see it now. And I see it now, God. What's next? Because you had back your ways of thinking, and that is racist. Racist don't want to come up to today's time. You wanted her to just stay stuck in a certain mindset. She is being sufficient. She is being appreciative of a house that was sufficient at the time period. So we have right here, flames were sparked and she captured the flames, and that would be you fussing at her in gunshots, right? At a familiar place. No familiar place she was antsy at was at her house. You is going to start focusing on yourself now. And she did turn the number 37. If I could actually let you see this card, I just don't have the right clothes on. I just don't really have the right clothes on. I'll let you see this card say 37. Everything is accurate. It's coming right down. Yeah, but this card says 73, but you turn it around and it actually is a 37 if you turn it around. So, this was her age at the time you murdered her. She's antsy at a place, and that would be her house. Flames will spark right there. She's being appreciative of her house. She saw you as a racist right there. This card right here, after she antsy, we're looking at her age is 37. You're going to focus on you now after that. So you're in affordable housing, right? So if you was in army housing or on a base or wherever you live at, if there's anything to do with the army, that's affordable housing. And you decided you wasn't tolerating her no more. I'm not tolerating you. She needed to stop loafing around, and she needed to get away from that house with you, right? So the next one is, you facilitated something. You facilitated something, and she shouldn't have went along with it. Because this is when somebody facilitates something and you shouldn't go along with it. Unless somebody facilitated something to you, Mr. Henning, and you shouldn't have went along with whatever it is. Or somebody facilitated something to Sergeant Ashley, and she shouldn't have went with it, whatever it may be, I don't know. Okay? Because you wanted her to think about something. Think about it. But she heard it before. Okay? She wanted to be free to make her own choices. She might want to go get a divorce. That's what it keeps feeling like to me. Okay? Why did she allow you to dictate and have rules over her? She had to let go of destruction, and that would be you. She is holding on to a corrupt pain with you. Okay? She is hope-struck. Being in the army, I guess. How much would it take for her to grow? I mean, how far will she go to grow? Okay, so maybe somebody was, the neighbors was getting in your business because I saw the gossip card, and you feel, what business is it of you all's, of all of those people? What's going on in your household maybe? You needed more vitamin C, or she did. So we have right here that she had to be the chairperson in her life. And going head first with any decision she made. So your house or somewhere, the courthouse, your house, or some place that you all know of had some kind of design rug or stripe rug. You needed to taste only what was on your plate and throw away the scraps and just deal with that, and also her. If you can't handle something, you can't deal with something, just let it go. Okay? She had ambition, but you didn't want to see her ambition, and you didn't want to see her work because you murdered your wife, Sergeant Ashley Henning. And here's the next card. We dealing with chronicle, fact, right? Something written, fact, or whatever it says, right? Is it my race? So this would be Miss Ashley, Sergeant Ashley. Is it my race? Yeah, it was her race. Because next one is you had charged feelings against Sergeant Ashley. After the race card, this one comes. Charred feelings mean black, right? It means when you burn up your hot dog and it's black inside and out, or your hamburger, you can't eat it. That means it's no more good, right? It's charred, right? So your feelings toward your wife was charred. It's hate. It would be like what you call hate. I don't care nothing about you. I don't care if you get ran over. I mean, hate. You don't care. And you showed it because you shot her and then you spit on her. Because you brought it back to race. Is it my race? You brought it back to the race. Because all that's fake anyway. As soon as somebody get mad enough, they bring the race out. But all the time they talk, they love you. But then they get mad enough, they're going to bring that hate train out. They're going to come with that hate. Okay, here we are. You wanted love, or she wanted love. But she wanted love at the time. Because you had charred feelings, hate right here. Here's the next one. You decided you was going to pluck her, because you felt she was a turncoat to you. You did something strategic. Where you live? Where they say you live? Kentucky, or wherever you live at. Yeah. Okay. No more joking around. And it became Doomstown. Look at how God brought those cards out. You did something strategic. Where you live at, because you weren't joking around no more, and it became Doomstown for Sergeant Ashley. We got number 6 and number 10. I don't know how old your kids was at the time. You was acting like it was love, like you loved her, but you showed in your actions when you murdered her and spit on her. If you actually spit on her, we do know you murdered her, but as far as if you actually spit on her like it says online, if you actually did that, you showed that you didn't care nothing about her. The card says you was acting like it was love, but you're going to pay for your action. You're going to be paying for your actions. Because you needed to yield for a second, God says, right? Well, she might was telling you, stop or hold on or whatever she might have been saying, but you was hateful right then. You was hateful toward her. I feel she wanted a divorce from you. So here we got the next card. This is your card. You live in your dream house, wherever you live, on base or wherever you live at. But here's the prison card right here, waiting for you. You going to prison right here. So we got numbers 35, 13, 432. Could be your jail numbers. I don't know what it is. Your uniform numbers. You feel nobody perfect. Your ex is not for you. So you felt like she wasn't for you, because I feel she was going to get a divorce from you. So her being she is an ex right now because you murdered her. So she behind. That makes her ex. It was a meeting place. Yeah, I'm wearing these clothes. So it was a meeting place. Let me see something. So the meeting place is the house. You kill her in the house. They're the spammy card. You was brutal. Oh my goodness, there's the life card. You was power plague. Let me just finish this out. It was a meeting place, and the meeting place was where she was murdered, and that was inside your house, wherever it was in your house. She had certain kind of clothing on. I don't know if she was going to leave out and go somewhere for a birthday. I don't know, because it's talking about clothes right here. Yeah, I'm wearing these clothes, or anything as far as the clothing. So I don't know if she was going to go out. I don't know. Something about the clothing. I don't know. The meeting place was your house, unless she was going to go out. Right? So this would have to be the house, I guess. Or she went somewhere with somebody she trusted. So I'm still going to use this as the house, because something happened to her, but it was at her own house. So I got to turn this. I never had to do this before for somebody in their own house, but for this card. So the meeting place was her house, because that's where the crime happened. And something concerning clothing was discussed, whatever it was. I don't know. Right? So we have right here that this say hotel, but we still got to make this her house, because the house is where you sleep at. She was there with who she trusted, her husband, Mr. Henning, right? But this is a card where you can't come back from. It's like anytime you go to this place, either you die or, yeah, usually you die. So this is accurate. This will happen to her, but she was actually at a house with somebody who she was married to, because this card said getting married, but she was married. The next card says she is knowledgeable, and she is going to put her name on something, lottery ticket, slot, or another job, or a high rank job, or whatever she is going to be doing. Her husband wasn't valuing her. She might want to go on a vacation, or don't have to be, but he wasn't valuing her. Okay, so some kind of way he is tilting, or she was tilting, or anything like that. She is saying, spare me. In this storyline, she is begging for her life with this card right here in this storyline, because he murdered her by a gun, and I feel he shot her more than one time. It's just a spare me card. She is begging for her life, and he did it anyway. He wasn't valuing her. The card I said before that. Okay, we have right here. Someone is anxious here. Thoughts spinning in the mind, right? Call this time. He needed to call. Call who? The cops. Because it's time for him to grow up, right? Next card is, he's wondering how long it was going to be with his wife, because his wife was planning on getting a divorce, feel like. It seems like with these cards. Why did I believe you? She got isolated some kind of way, and I feel that isolated was just her in her thinking, or her feelings, or about him, or whatever, or he could have been cheating some kind of way, his own self, and that might have been why she was away from him too, as far as not having romance with him, because some kind of way he might have cheated with an ex before, whenever that might have been. You don't go tell all your business to people, because it's nobody's business but your own. Okay? So we have right here that what is life to you? So what is life to you? And her life wasn't worth anything to him, not worth a cent. And he murdered her because he felt her life didn't mean anything. It wasn't worth anything, because if she ain't spending no time with him, or she want to get divorced from him, he felt like she shouldn't live. So we have right here that she had deep feelings inside, and he also dealing with something judicious. And the last card is he was power plagued, but she wanted to find her uniqueness, right? So some kind of way, either she is going up in rank, or she is getting another job, or anything as far as a job. Unless he was doing some kind of job somewhere nobody knew about. okay? At night, or whatever's going on here with that card over here. This midnight blue is a night card, making money at night. I feel she's getting a divorce. Myself personally, she wanted one. She felt like he wasn't going to tolerate her no more, but she felt like she wasn't going to tolerate him, and she was going to get a divorce. I really feel strongly something was counted 2 times, maybe going to make the appointment to make it happen, and he felt he was going to beat her at her own game, and that would put the stop to the divorce if he do something to her, or he's probably trying to bully her into changing her mind, or whatever it may be. Here's an affordable housing. If it's one base, or whatever you call it, if it's got to do with the military houses or whatever, he won't tolerate her no more, but she won't tolerate him. But he in jail where he belongs. He really should have more time than that, but really, ain't too much nobody can do about it. When they put these juries together and these people come up with these outlandish sentences, sometimes they give somebody 20 years that only deserve 5 years. So it'd be crazy how they do things. They got people that just want to save him because he white, want to save him because he's a soldier, want to save him because he's young, or whatever their reasons be. So people got all kind of mess be going on with people when they be making these decisions they make. You got somebody else they might want to throw the book at, don't want to give enough a chance. They got like a 15-year-old they want to give life to for killing somebody, and then this man that killed his wife and is on camera, and you only want to give him 20 years. Something wrong with that picture. Okay, so I feel that's it, universe. Let's see. That's it, universe. So I think we got that covered, right? So the jewelry, with this stuff over there with the jewelry, they had it, their mind made up. They weren't going to give them a lot of time, but I guess they went off of what the defense lawyer was saying at the beginning. I guess he was trying to convince them not to give them a lot of time, and they went along with it. But I think it was a couple of them that really didn't agree with that, but they wound up going along with it, because when you hear the other people in there that try to dominate or whatever, you wind up going with them. I mean, I wouldn't, but I'm just saying some people do. I wouldn't, though. I'm just not one of them kind. I'm not giving in if that ain't what I see. I'm not doing it, and that's just the bottom line. I don't care if you have to stay 60 days. I'm not giving in. Or just take me off the jury, one or the other. But I'm not going to give in to what something, if the courts say it's supposed to be a certain way and you decide and this and that, you make your own decision or however it is, or for whatever you see, it's supposed to be that. You're not supposed to be railroaded into any kind of decisions you don't want to have. Or it's not your decision or whatever, because somebody else will want to go home or whatever their thoughts are. So, anything for Miss Ashley? What else? Anything Miss Ashley? Sergeant Ashley? Anything to say out to your family, friends, or anything. Miss Ashley, Sergeant Ashley Henning. Anything to say out to your family, your friends, your kids, anybody. Let me see. Okay, I see her. She clapping. I see her clapping at an event. So I heard a little bit earlier that one of her sons is going to be graduating. And that might be what she's at. She got black on though. This might be, well, you know she would be, she's in spirit though, so you wouldn't be able to see her like I see her, like I'm looking at my picture over there. But it's like she clapping. So I feel like when her child's graduation comes, she's going to be there in spirit. He won't be able to see her, that's true, but I feel she's going to be there. And she's smiling and she's happy. Her hair's coming down. It's like straight perm coming down. She got on black. Yeah, because there's more people beside her. So I feel that might be what it is. She's happy. She's smiling. So let me do something real fast. And something real fast. Lord, give me anything as far as Sergeant Ashley. cards from friends, family, children. Okay. Anything real fast. Okay, we got this. And this is so accurate, this card. He was following her from a distance. Her husband. And he was on the video chasing her every which way she went. He did. And that's a fact. We saw him. Okay, he had her saddled down at the fortress, and that would be at her home. He had her saddled down, stuck. It was on camera. She was stuck. He looked at her as that she wasn't exempt, but she had to take heed to what was going to be seen and heard by her. Because she want what she signed up for. Well, he want what he signed up for. So it was flattering. So he took her, he made her go back to her soul. That means he murdered her. And he felt well done. Because he made a gesture. It's like that. She made a gesture to God. God is the path and walking the right path. Because I feel Miss Ashley, Sergeant Ashley was getting a divorce from him. From her husband. He was plunging in with a gun. And that's what he did. Because I see the property card, I see the court card. So let me just flow. She wanted to deviate from the conquest deal. I feel she was talking to him some kind of way about getting a divorce, I feel, at one point in time, because he was spending his time abusing her. He was a monster. Nobody probably knew it, and he was corny to her. You probably just didn't know about it because she didn't tell all her business. He felt his prerogative. He was getting testy, I guess. Right? So he was going to be getting put on trial, or he felt like she was putting him on trial by asking questions or whatever. So camouflage wouldn't work. She had a sixth sense about things as far as him. So let's just flow. I'm trying to end it. I just want to hear something as far as he cheapened her life, and that's what he did. Some kind of way she decided she quit. I feel she's going to get a divorce. It's obvious that somebody knows something. Because he was a monster. God got that down 2 times. He was a monster. She created a monster in her common law, and it would be him. So he decided to wash his hands on African American, and she was that. She had a false imprisoned mind and a sheltered mind. So we have, I'm going to go to the Milky Way. So some kind of way, she is going to change up and do something different. She saw things in slow motion. He was in his feelings, all in his feelings, and he was going to go get her. So I don't know if she was talking to somebody at a car, or somebody's in a car. Who would be in a car to the cops? Let me think for a minute. She was a she-lady, and unfortunately she was a go-getter lady. Okay. It was an S show at their house, though. Carbon copy or something she went through before. So maybe he needed to go to treatment some kind of way for pills or whatever was going on with him. He wasn't valuing others. It was time for her to wake up. Relations of anything that did not, that killed his emotions and his hopes, he was going to bring a death to, and it was Miss Ashley. He did bring a death to her. Anything that did not serve him, and that's true. That's what he did. She needed to change and chance it all, because she looked at him as weak back, I guess, or he looked at her that way, but I feel she looked at him that way. She was in a beautiful state with a foreigner. She was going to go full force and grow her business. I feel she is going to change up with her job or anything as far as work, whatever it was. So limits were sky high for her. He might have felt like he was going to be being left behind, whatever day, Monday, Saturday, whatever day. He had flipped words for her though. Yeah, but let me see, I'm trying to finish this. Life was like a movie for Sergeant Henning. We got number 23, 32, number 5. Okay, so we got a player who was looking for love, so that would be her husband. He really not a player, he her husband, but he was looking for love, searching for love. It's like that. It's like that. her husband, he wanted love from her. That's what it was said on the computer, but it was showtime. So maybe some kind of way, it was a boss some kind of way, and he was looking for a job, looking for something as far as work, or she was, or some kind of way. He was acting like he was a player some kind of way. Or he was searching for love, period. Okay, so we have right here that he wanted to prevail, but she was the brown rabbit in the middle, or he thought he was in the middle some kind of way or something. She was the brown rabbit. She wanted to prevail. We got this person right here. I don't know if it's two people. What's going on here? I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's a boss or if it's another person hooked to their relationship in Canada. Let's see. Let's just see. We got an office. Okay. She want to prevail. We got an office. It was going to be sweet if she would have took it to court. Some kind of way as far as maybe getting a divorce, because everything keep coming down to that for me. So here we got the price of a life. So it's showtime up here. Then we had the price of a life card. He is going to save him no matter what. He didn't want a divorce. Save you no matter what. She couldn't save herself unless she went out of the house. She didn't go out of the house. She had to get out of the house and be able to save herself to get actually out of her house. Because here's a ticking time bomb, God says. But I feel like if she is trying to get a divorce, she is going to work on getting a divorce from him, and that would be saving herself. Or he wanted to save his own self, he felt like, by getting a divorce from his wife. I'm sorry, doing something to his wife, because he went to the extreme. And why he go to the extreme? Only thing I can see in the storyline, he went to the extreme because his wife was going to get a divorce from him. And she also could say that he had some problems too, where he might wasn't straight. Just because you got kids, that don't mean you're not straight. Get what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? You can have 15 children and be gay. Get what I'm saying? Alright? That's just cool. If he ain't, somebody is. Because we got the card. Okay. Okay. He was getting high. That's so true. He was getting high, and he was running behind her. But she might have been high that night too. So this is her card though. She might have been high. She might have had something in her system. She had to get her cell phone for help. And on camera we saw she had her cell phone. Okay. He tortured her. He hyped it up because he murdered her. Because he had a weakness for lovemaking. He wanted lovemaking. The total community know about it. He need to filter his ways though. Because he's gift seeking. She needed not to put her trust in him, but only believe what God says, because she had to see the power of her mind. And I feel she saw it to get away from him. I'm ready, no more. She don't want to be bothered, or he was saying he is ready no more. So he made her lose her cushions in minutes, and that means he killed her because he felt he was the man, letting off his sexual tendencies. He the man. He need to have a clear mind though. Okay. So I'm going to use this card as divorce, even though this is a money scheme card, but I'm going to use it as divorce because I don't have a card that say divorce. So I feel like she told him she wanted out. It's not a money scheme. It's a money agreement. When you married, you got an agreement as far as money. So I'm going to use it for divorce. She wanted out. Okay? So let's just see. I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm going to end it. Anything else? hear filthy. I hear in my mind, filthy, rotten dog. Rotten dog. Hear that. Okay, one more. Okay, let's see. This is it. A little bit more. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap. Okay. Let's see what this is, and we're gonna be done. Okay. I feel she wanted a divorce. That right there, that card right there. So we dealing with. So here the marriage card right here. I'm ready for love. He is already married to her though. He might have been ready for love, but she finished. So we have right here, this could be college papers, forms from any kind of agencies, from court, from police station, from college or whatever, any kind of paperwork, or just a thesis in general from school or whatever. We got numbers 401 or number 5. So we have, I'm ready for love. So he's ready for love. I guess he was married to her. He was ready for love, but, you know, she wanted out going off that first card, I feel. So God told her if she, do she like this stuff? If she don't, get out of this mess. So continue consideration for the masses. So both of them were soldiers, right? So that means that they had consideration for the masses because they served the country, right? It was intense madness because he needed to bring in the emotional love that she needed, but he might felt like she didn't do that for him. So they was on the internet. They all on the internet, on the portal, on the internet. That's where. Okay, something was on camera. We already know because the camera showed us that he was chasing her down, running all up the steps. So here it is right here. So both of these back to back. We might as well call it the internet, the cameras, cell phone or whatever, information. That he guilty. There's no way this man can, if this man was to walk out that door, you know, everybody would be coming for that jury, because why is you letting that man go out the door? Okay, so he is trying to make a pocket full at work, and she was also at work, right? But he needed to come up to par, her husband, right? So we got another ring card because both of them are married. Okay, she needed to cut the cord on anything ungodly, her husband, but he needed to cut the cord on anything ungodly because I feel he was taking some kind of pills, drinking too. So it's going to take a miracle to make him a felon. So you know it was, they really didn't want to probably give him no time, but I guess he is being made a felon. I don't know if he got 20 years, that means he is a felon. I would have to look it up and see how it goes. But it's going to take a miracle to make him a felon, because really trying not to give him no time, really. If they don't have to give him none, they don't want to even give him none. But that man deserved time. So I don't know if he down as a felon or what. I just don't know. But it says it's going to take a miracle. So I don't know. Maybe he is one there. I just don't know. Okay. So he wanted her to get in her feelings with him. Get connected like him. He was going to spell it out, and he was going to expect nothing less than the best. That's what he wanted. But something went to the extreme, because she said no way. She wasn't feeling it or whatever, right? And something went to the extreme, and we already know what that is. He murdered his wife. So we have right here, I never knew my father. I don't know what kind of relationship he got with his father, or she got with her own father. I don't know if her father showed her love or his father showed him love. But I know with the children, he didn't show his children love when he murdered their mother in front of them. So he didn't show his children love, and that's a fact. At nighttime. So we have his feeling. He is feeling something. He had some deep feelings going on, because he was sure about something, or he wanted his wife to say she is sure about something. So we got number 9, number 18. So we have, she had no more mind or crutches. She was a strong lady. She had, her mind was made up, because I feel she wanted a divorce with that card up there. He wanted a united front though. So we got number 3. We got 3 children. Had 3 children. So we have right here that at least 3 people, pyramid of people, some kind of way she was nervous around. So if they had 3 children and it's 2 parents, so I'm gonna say she was nervous around a pyramid of people, 3 people. So if she had 3 children, that means she's nervous. She got her children around. She wanted them to happen to her babies. She was nervous, had anxiety and everything. She had actual 3 children. This is 3 and 3 makes 6, so 3. Yeah, because he wasn't going to postpone the active action, because he had plans, what plans he had, but she wasn't going to postpone the active action, and that is go file for divorce. So we have right here, she had to get away from the idiot, because God called him an idiot. Follow me? She had to take all her power back, right? So we got number 6. You heard me say 6 up there, so 6 and 6 is 12. Wait a minute. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Knowing him not. Knowing him, he or she matters not. God says you are the star and you are the light. Should she prosecute? So if her husband actually raped her some kind of way, because the prosecute is her card. So knowing him or him, it don't matter. She can kind of tell, because husbands can do bad things to you too, like that, right? And yeah, prosecute. God saying prosecute. So if we take it away from that and take it as the jury, right? The jury feel like he a soldier, and they feel like they don't want to prosecute him because he is a soldier. And God saying, God don't care nothing about his soldier. Prosecute. Get what God's saying. Okay? So hats off to you. They felt like they was going down benefit alley. He did, because he did this to his wife, and he wound up getting 20 years, and his attorney and everybody is fine with that who's connected, right, to the jury, right? So we have, you are still here, enjoy your life. So he's going to enjoy his life because he was still here. He didn't notice that she was of a different caliber, but I feel like she didn't notice that he was of a different caliber, that she had somebody who would murder her and take her life away. She didn't know that at the beginning when she got hitched to this man, that he was a murderer, that he would take her own life from her. She thought things was wonderful, and she is proud of this person maybe at one point, but all that changed up. So we have right here, take off every layer. So he had money, she had money, but he had money because he is her husband or whatever's going on. So we're going to make this him a money machine. He wanted her to take off every layer, reveal the naked soul. So he wanted love from her, but she was trying to get away from this man. The divorce seemed like it. Okay, so she was feeling it fun because her birthday was that night, right? It's a shame he murdered her on her birthday. He couldn't let her have that day a beautiful time. She did have a beautiful time so far on that video they showed, but then it's just terrible. He decided he wasn't going to put up with her crap any longer. She's a beautiful dreamer, but she decided she wasn't going to put up with his crap. So he had a sharp tongue toward her because he switched up some kind of way. And we got number 17, number 8. So I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm looking at it as, because I'm saying, what is going on? Why did this man go this far? So she wanted a divorce looking like him. Or he could have been talking to somebody his own self somewhere. Some place or whatever. If not that right there, Yeah, she wanted a divorce though. And she wasn't changing her mind about it. He was going to beat her at her own game and put a stop to that, but she wasn't giving in. And he used his army tactics, what do you call it, tactics on her. He the man, he in charge. You gonna do what I say, or whatever he was acting like with her. And he did what he did. He tried to control, he tried to dominate, tried to make her submissive. You ain't gonna be able to get that out of somebody who just like you. They not bowing down to you. Not nobody who just like you. Her job just like you. Well, she ain't gonna bow down to you. She just like you. You already know when you got a wife and you all got the same kind of career and the same stuff going on. I mean, she just like how you are. As far as that, you can't expect her to bow down out of nowhere. She's not equipped to do that. She's like she is, and you know that. So yeah, it looks like she's going to get a divorce. She wanted to get a divorce. Anything as far as a divorce, and anything as far as you might have been talking to somebody else some kind of way, or somebody, whenever it might have been, or whatever, she might have found out something. She just wasn't telling everybody because it wasn't their business. But you know the whole story, because why would you murder your wife? And I don't care if she wanted a divorce or not. Just take it like a man. Take it on the chin. Just go ahead about your business somewhere. You don't get to just murder and take her life away from her and take the children, the mother away because of your selfishness. This is the Birds Love 1 here to 9 here on YouTube. Peace to the family.